How to rewire your brain for success in 2025. This is our topic today. You're not broken, you're not incapable, and you're definitely not too late. You've just been wired for the life you currently have, and the good news is, wiring can change. Right now, everything you do, think, feel, and even avoid is the product of neural pathways your brain has strengthened over time. Habits, emotional reactions, beliefs about yourself, they're not fixed, you know? They're just the result of repeated signals traveling the same routes until they became automatic. Think of it like walking the same dirt path through a field every single day. The more you walk it, the clearer and easier that path becomes. Eventually, it's the only trail you even see. Your brain is doing the same thing. It is carving well-worn trails out of whatever you repeat the most. Good habits, bad habits, confidence, self-doubt. It doesn't judge, it just builds what you practice. And this is why trying to just change feels so hard. You're not fighting a lack of willpower. You're fighting a physical trail in your brain that feels easier and safer to follow. But here's the part most people never realize. The brain is always listening, always adapting, always open to change if you know how to speak its language. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, isn't something you start. It's happening whether you realize it or not. The real question is, are you rewiring by accident or on purpose? Before we break down how to intentionally reshape your brain for success, you need to understand this. Every small choice you make today is either strengthening your old wiring or laying the first stones of a brand new path. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to flip a switch overnight. You just have to start steering the wiring process consciously, one small reroute at a time. And once you know how, the same brain that once held you back can become the very thing that moves you forward faster than you ever thought possible. Let's get real about how this works. Neuroplasticity isn't magic, it's not some motivational idea. It's a biological reality, and it's happening inside your head right now, whether you feel it or not. Here's the basic process. When you repeat a thought, an action, or an emotional response, your brain strengthens the connection between the neurons involved. It's like adding layers to a bridge, making it stronger, faster, easier to cross. The more you travel a certain pathway, whether it's optimism, procrastination, focus, anxiety, the thicker and more automatic that pathway becomes. That's why bad habits feel, so effortless. It's not that you're lazy, it's that your brain has built a superhighway for them. And honestly, the only way to change it isn't to just try harder, it's to start building an alternate route. At first, your new trail feels awkward, clumsy, unnatural. Because, well, it is. You're carving a brand new path through the field while the old trail, the one you've been walking for years, is still right there looking easy and familiar. This is the moment where most people quit. Not because change is impossible, but because they mistake discomfort for failure. They think, if it feels this hard, it must not be working. But in reality, that friction is the sign that it's starting to work. Your brain resists early rerouting because it's designed to conserve energy. It prefers the well-worn paths because they cost fewer calories, fewer decisions, less risk. It's not sabotaging you, it's protecting you based on outdated survival wiring. But here's the unlock. The brain isn't loyal to bad habits, it's loyal to whatever gets repeated the most. If you stick with the new trail, even awkwardly, even imperfectly, the brain starts shifting resources toward that new path. And slowly the old trail, the one that once felt like destiny, begins to fade. It doesn't happen in one massive breakthrough, it happens through tiny, almost invisible repetitions. Every time you choose the new path, even just once, you're adding another brick to a new bridge.
Know you've been a good friend.
And in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, what once felt impossible becomes automatic. That's the real power of neuroplasticity. Not instant change, but, unstoppable change once the rewiring starts stacking in your favor. Before we break down exactly how to structure your daily rewiring practice, go ahead and hit the like button if this is resonating so far, and if you want more real, no-fluff videos like this, make sure you're subscribed. Now let's talk about what rewiring your brain for success actually looks like, day by day. The biggest mistake people make when they try to rewire their brain, they think it has to be huge, like massive life overhauls, change everything overnight. But the brain doesn't work like that. It's not rewired by intensity, it's rewired by consistency. Small repeated actions beat big, rare efforts every time. If you want to rewire your brain for success in 2025, here's the real step-by-step framework. It's simple, powerful, and proven. Step 1. Identify the old path you want to replace. So, don't just say be better or work harder. Instead, pick a specific automatic behavior or thought you want to change. Maybe it's, reaching for your phone first thing in the morning, or doubting yourself when you think about starting something new, or even quitting early when things get uncomfortable. Pinpoint it. Name the old trail you're trying to reroute. Step 2. Define the new trail, clearly and simply. What's the new default you want to build? Not vague ideas like be confident or be productive. Real actions. For example, instead of reaching for your phone, you get up and drink a glass of water. Instead of doubting yourself, you say one small next step, thought out loud. Simple, tangible, repeatable. Step 3. Practice the new action in micro moments. You don't need to be perfect all day. You just need small wins. Each time you choose the new trail even once, it counts. Neuroplasticity doesn't care about your emotions. It cares about your repetitions. The new signal doesn't have to feel powerful yet. It just has to fire. Fire the new circuit. Lay another stone on the new path. Step 4. Protect the new pathway, especially early on. Early stage rewiring is, pretty fragile. If you let yourself walk the old trail casually, even just once, the brain will snap back fast. In the first few weeks, be militant, not forever. Just until the new pathway becomes strong enough to hold itself up. You're not being harsh. You're protecting something precious that hasn't fully rooted yet. Step 5. Trust the invisible phase. There will be a long stretch where it feels like nothing's happening. You'll wonder if it's even working. This is when most people quit. But, if you understand the brain's wiring speed, you know it's working underground first, the same way a seed forms roots before it ever breaks the surface. Trust the roots. Keep watering the new trail, even if no one sees it yet, even if you barely see it yourself. Because just like with anything powerful, the real shift will happen all at once, after weeks or months of looking like nothing was happening at all. The brain doesn't reward force, it rewards consistency, and if you master that one truth, you'll be shocked at how quietly and permanently you can reshape your mind, your habits, and your future. There's a strange moment that happens during real brain rewiring, and honestly, it catches almost everyone off guard. You don't wake up one morning and suddenly feel like a brand new person. You don't hear fireworks. There's no finish line where someone hands you a trophy. It happens quietly, subtly, almost invisibly. One day, you just react differently. You catch yourself making a better choice without even thinking about it. You realize a fear that used to paralyze you barely even registers anymore. You notice that the old trail, the one that once felt so automatic, feels distant, foreign, heavy to even imagine walking again. And you almost miss it because the change feels normal. That's how deep rewiring works. It doesn't scream for your attention, it becomes your new default. And when that happens, it's not a struggle anymore. It's not trying to be better. It's simply being different. Because your brain now prefers the new path you built. This is the point where real success, real growth, real self-mastery begins. Not because you forced it, not because you faked it, but because you changed your internal wiring, one tiny decision, one tiny action at a time, until the change became inevitable. Your brain isn't stuck. It's just been following the same well-worn trails for a long time, and the moment you start making new decisions, even small ones, the rewiring begins. Neuroplasticity isn't a myth, it's happening right now inside your head, and it doesn't require perfection. It only asks for repetition. You know, change doesn't really come from those big dramatic moments, it actually comes from tiny, consistent ones, stacked on top of each other until the shift becomes real. Eventually, the wiring in your brain starts to favor who you're becoming, not who you used to be. And honestly, that's why the most important part of all this is super simple. Don't stop, don't quit during the invisible phase, because yeah, the brain remembers, and it builds on everything you repeat. If this gave you something to think about, go ahead and like the video so more people get to see it. And if you want more real, smart, no-fluff videos like this, just hit subscribe. Quick disclaimer. The videos on this channel are for educational and entertainment purposes only. They don't count as medical, financial, business, legal, or lifestyle advice. You should always consult with a qualified professional before making changes to your health, finances, legal situation, or personal routines. And yeah, always do your own research before making any monetization decisions. The views here are based on publicly available research and emerging technologies at the time of publication, and well, they may change over time.